All right, so you've been through our first 4 lesson videos, learning your first 4 chords. Hopefully you are playing those smoothly and consistently. If not, keep watching those videos over and over and over again and play along with it. So now what we're going to do is start putting it all together. And the first song we're going to look at is I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty. Gonna stand my ground, won't get turned around, and I'll keep this world from dragging me down. Gonna stand my ground, and I won't back down. The first chord in the song is E minor, and the overall strumming pattern is what I call downstroke eighth notes, and we count it like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Another thing that I'm doing with my right hand is I'm resting the heel of my palm very gently on the strings to get more of a muted sound, okay? It's called a palm mute. So go ahead and grab your E minor chord and play along with me on this very simple strumming pattern. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now the chord progression in the verse of I Won't Back Down is very simple. E minor, D, and G. So it's E minor for 4 eighth note downstrokes, D for 4 eighth note downstrokes, and G for 8 eighth note downstrokes. And it goes like this. So go ahead and join me with that and play along with me. So when the vocals come in, it plays that chord progression 3 times and then changes E minor, D, C, add 9. Then it repeats again. So kind of like this. Gonna stand my ground, won't get turned around, and I'll keep this world from dragging me. There's the C add 9. I won't back down. No, I won't back down. Okay, good. So that's the verse section of the song. That verse happens 3 times. And the structure of the song is verse, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, solo, chorus. Very, very simple. Now let's talk about the chorus. So the chorus jumps up to the C add 9 chord. It starts there, same rhythm. Then it jumps to the G real quick. And then up to the D. So you may simplify that by just going C add 9 to D. That's totally fine, and it will work along with any recording that you'll hear of the song. But I'm going to go ahead and jump down to the G, because I think it's good to go ahead and get in the habit of playing things as correctly as possible from day one. Okay? So then the chorus goes like this. Hey, baby, C, G, D, C, G, D, G, C, G, D, like that. And then sung, it's hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, yeah. Then back to the verse progression. Won't back down. No, I won't back down. Okay, so let's talk through the chord changes a little bit. One of the hardest things for an absolute beginner is changing between chords consistently and quickly. So let me give you a couple of pointers. And this is all tied together in the previous lesson videos so you can see what I was referencing. Okay, so for example, in the chorus of I Won't Back Down, it starts with a C add 9, jumps to a G really quick, then jumps to a D. So a couple of things to note about my hand position here from C add 9 is, first of all, my ring finger is anchored on this note, okay? And it's gonna stay there the entire time because that is a shared note between C add 9, G, and D. So that finger never moves, okay? That stays anchored. That is very, very, very important. So when I'm switching from C add 9 to G, notice my first and second finger move together. And you'll find that as you play more and more, certain pairs of fingers tend to work best together, okay? And so your first and second finger is obviously going to be changed a lot together. So in this case, the symmetry between your first and second finger is exactly the same. So all I have to do is move each finger up one string. And I can do that very quickly. And then I can go from the G to the D. Now the trick there is that my first finger is already on the second fret. So it only has to move down 2 strings. And my middle finger is the one that has to do the work. Okay? But keep in mind your proper playing position as well. My wrist is flat, and my fingers are curled, and my fingertips in particular are curled. I call it ballerina fingers, where you're standing on the very ends of your fingers, okay? You might have to cut your nails, but you just make sure that you can keep your fingers standing up on the strings like that. So let's go over the chorus chord changes again very slowly so you can see how that's working, all right? So again, 8th note strumming pattern, downstroke 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and so switch, 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 switch. Okay? And that's how the chorus goes. So as you get comfortable with those, you will find that you'll be able to change chords much faster in any song that you will learn in the future. All right, so let's talk about the verse chord changes and how to get between them. One of the hardest things in the world for beginner is changing between chord shapes. So here are a couple more tips. So anytime you are changing between chords that are in the same key, generally speaking, you're either going to have shared notes or shared frets, and sometimes shared shapes, meaning chord shapes. So in this case, from E minor to D, my first and second finger are both staying behind the second fret, and they're both staying in the same basic orientation. Index finger on top, middle finger below. Then as I move down to the D chord, my first finger is on the 3rd string, and my second finger is on the 1st string, but they're both behind the 2nd fret in the same orientation. Now my ring finger is going to stay at the ready in E minor to drop down quickly to D. And in some cases, you can even, if you're feeling adventurous, you can leave your ring finger locked in place on that D note, and it gives you a variation on an E minor chord called an E minor 7. Then from D, it's a fairly easy transition to G. So again, my first finger is staying behind the 2nd fret and just moving up 2 strings. And my middle finger is the one that has to do the work to get all the way up to the 3rd fret on the 6th string, that bass note there. And then my pinky just closes in on that 3rd fret note on the 1st string. Now notice also that I'm not doing this one finger at a time. These are consistent and smooth transitions between these chord shapes. All right, so let's walk through the verse of I Won't Back Down very slowly. And we're going to go through these chord changes slowly. One of the important things is to play in time. So keep up as best you can, and I'm going to play it very slowly and play along with me, okay? 1 and 2 and ready and go, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. We're going to keep going. E E, G. If you need to pull out a metronome in order to play in time, please do so, because timing is everything. All right, so you've got the two sections of I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty, learned, memorized, and you're playing it in time. So now be sure to like and subscribe so that you can learn the next song. But first and foremost, be sure to share this song with someone. You've been working hard. It's hard to learn your first 4 chords on the guitar. It's hard to learn to strum and play in time. So now that you can do that, be sure to share it with somebody. And then move on to the next song. And then move on to the next song. And before too long, you'll have a nice set of music that you can sit and play and enjoy at home or out with your friends. So be sure to like and subscribe for other great guitar-related content. And follow our page to learn more easy guitar songs using G, C, D, and E minor. Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down.